I was talking with Jean Cartier, and in the words, I think he's an invader because, in the words of Commission, he was to discover certain islands and lands where it is said that a great quantity of gold and other precious things are to be found.
Okay, who would like to rebuttal that statement? Any from the opposition?
I don't understand that at all.
Would you like to say that in a simpler way, please, Prabnar?
He was told by the king that he had to find certain islands and lands instead of finding the passage to Asia.
So she's saying that his original goal was basically to invade and to take things from the land. So who would like to rebuttal that? Jack?
His goal was not to invade. His goal was to find the Northwest Passage to Asia, but he didn't believe that he could do it anymore halfway through, so he stopped and went back. And then he looked for riches, and he was looking for riches, and that's when he found the area for the Aboriginals, and that's when he claimed the area.
Okay. Who would like to rebuttal that? Gage.
He claimed land from the Aboriginals. It was fine, and he claimed other land and found that, and then the Aboriginals found gold.
Okay. Jared, what would you like to say to that? Oh, you have a question. Okay, let's hear from Lisa.
I do agree with Gage because if he stole land from or claimed the land from the Aboriginals, he would still be invading where their homes are.
Okay. Katrina? What would you like to say, add to that?
I agree with Gage that the Aboriginals were there, and he didn't really need them.
So you're saying he is an invader? Okay. Jacob?
Jack Cartier, maybe his first goal was to claim land, but maybe when he heard that people were trying to make a route to Asia, maybe that was his goal.
Ooh, okay. Let's hear from Tice.
I disagree with Jacob. We never know if any of Jack or Jacob are right, and I just think that he was just like, yo, I'm going to make you say all these things so I can get through without being an invader and stuff like that.
And then take things? So you're saying his purpose was to invade and to
Yes.
take things
and just tell them to not say that he did that.
and so he was lying, basically saying anything in order to get across so that he could do what he needed to do. Interesting. Alex, what do you have to say about that?
How do you know that? How do you know that?
I don't. Nobody said I did.
He's just basically making an accusation, like a statement. It doesn't necessarily have to be true, but it's just you're creating ideas, right?
To get tension in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I did.
Haley.
Alex is always trying to get me down.
Shh. Yeah, and did you think he tried to share the land? No. Okay, interesting. Malcolm?
Why did he pick that job to be an explorer?
Why do you think he picked that job? Maybe he chose it because of what Tice is saying. Because what Tice is saying is that he chose that job in order for fame and riches. Do you agree with that, Malcolm? Yeah, you agree with that? Leah, what do you think?
Maybe his goal was to find a route to the Northwest Passage, but
Mm-hmm.
he found the Aboriginals land, and what he did there is he stole lots of fish from them.
Yep, he did. He took a lot of fish. Mela, what do you have to say about that?
I have a question for Leah. Why did he take all the fish?
Pardon?
It didn't say anything.
For food fish.
Okay.
I think why. Does someone know why he took the fish? I know why he took the fish, but who knows why they took the fish? Hands up, just for the fish. Katrina?
For food, probably.
Where did the fish go? What happened once they discovered there was fish off the coast of Canada?
England all came to that area and probably
England or France?
France all came to that area and just started fishing away and taking all the apples.
Yes. So they sent fishing boats from France, okay, over, and they started taking the fish from that and sending it back to France. So they started fishing basically the Aboriginals' food supply. So what do we have to say about that? Gage.
He did take the fish. He took it. They went there also because Jack Cartier found the lake or river where the fish are, so he could get all the food from the Aborigines where the fish would go.
Good. Okay, Cody.
Oh no.
Okay, Malcolm.
I agree with. Actually, I think he. I don't know.
Okay, Lisa. What do you have to say about the fish?
This is Jacob. If they took from France, boats from France to
Off the coast of Canada.
off the coast of Canada, they would be invading because they're still fish.
Interesting. Jared,
I agree with Tyson on that.
and why do you agree with them that he's an invader? What are you agreeing with? Pardon? He's wanting to get rich and famous? For sure. Jack has a question. Shh.
Question for Gage, Pomnor, and Astronaut.
Okay.
If he's an invader, do you believe that he shouldn't have explored 2 different kinds of islands, the St. Lawrence River, 2 different bays, and 3 different bodies of water?
Interesting.
Because if they didn't find that, if he didn't explore those and you think he's an invader, those would not be found here.
Okay, Nazron, Pravnor, and we haven't heard from Nazron. So let's hear your rebuttal to that, Nazron. What do you have to say about that? Okay, Gage, you want to help him out?
I think they probably would have been found by another explorer because there was lots of explorers that found that claimed land, and they would probably eventually go on and find the rivers, so they would claim the river.
Excellent, Nazron.
If Jean Cartier found those lands, then he evaded them, and also other explorers can find them too.
So if he wouldn't have done it, someone else would have. What do you think, Pravnor?
I agree. I was gonna say the same thing as that, so I agree with both.
Okay. Excellent. Mary Elizabeth?
I agree with Gage from that if he didn't find it, other explorers would have to.
Exactly. Paige, what do you have to say?
I do agree with them because first of all, Lisa said that they would be taking the fish from the Canada's border,
Uh-huh.
and also again if Jack Cartier didn't find the land, other explorers would have. So.
Excellent. Okay, Haley?
I do agree with Gage as well as Chapmore because they would have been taken.
Good. Abby or Avril, would you like to add? Would you like to make a statement or a comment? Rachel. Okay, Abby, what do you think? Okay, so you think they definitely stole the fish. Why do you think they stole the fish? And that they didn't just borrow it.
They couldn't borrow the fish.
Is were they fishing it with intention to help the the Aboriginals? Who ate it? The French, right? So they were taking it for France, not necessarily for the Aboriginals. Interesting, maybe. Cody?
After the stage as a fab became cut as if they fished the fish that would be invading.
Good. Malcolm?
I technically, well, this is my opinion, but I think all of them are invaders because they all tried to be famous.
They all tried to gather fame. What do you think, Tice?
Okay. From yesterday, how we were talking about Alexander Mackenzie,
Mm-hmm.
how me and Alex were just arguing and arguing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have proof that he was, because last night I was like trying to prove him wrong.
Yep.
And I actually went on, and it was a government website, and it clearly said that he killed over 1,000 people. And
Really?
He claimed a lot of land.
Interesting. So we're saying Alexander Mackenzie murdered 1,000 Aboriginal people. Alex, what do you have to say to that bold statement?
No, you're lying.
He said he did get it from a government website. So let's say it is true. Let's just pretend like it's true and let's argue that. So what do you have to say against that, Alex?
Well, but from my information, it says he was one of the greatest explorers in history, and he mapped out the Mackenzie rivers to the Arctic Ocean. So
But what about the people that he had to kill along the way?
I think they were trying to kill him.
So you're saying he was defending himself, maybe? Interesting. Yes, Tice?
Okay, with Alex, before he said what he was defending himself, what did he say again? That that he wrote what he wrote down.
Yep.
Well, that I saw what website he was on,
Yep.
and that was not a website. That it was a website that anybody could write on.
Interesting.
And Alex might be right about the people defending himself, but over 1,000 people, and Alex even said he took more water routes, and the Aborigines didn't really have boats.
Interesting. Whoa, it's getting heated. Who, Gage, let's hear. What do you have to say about that?
I have a question for Alex. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
If he had an Aboriginal guide, and he didn't kill, if he killed 1,000 Aboriginals, where would he have got the guide from?
Maybe the guy was killed with them because they were trying to take over his ship.
Okay.
But how would they get to the ship?
Nazron? Shh. Okay, we'll come back to you. Rachel? So what reason do you think he would have had to maybe kill them? What reason would make it appropriate, do you think, to murder essentially 1,000 innocent people? I'm just stirring the pot. And seeing what you can come up with. Leah? Okay, we're on a really heated topic, so maybe we'll come back to that in a second. Malcolm, what do you have to say?
I think that Alexander Mackenzie is an invader because he did murder. And which website did you get?
It was kind of
It
history.
was like CanadaAsk.com.
It was kind of history.
Yeah, interesting.
And
Yeah, so Tice's argument is that he used a government website, which is, he's saying, a more reliable source than a website that anyone can write on, right? Mary Elizabeth, what do you have to say about that?
How would the Aboriginals get to
That's what I said.
How would they get to the boats? Well, I think he would go on land sometimes too, right? Yeah. Let's hear from Jacob.
There is no possible excuse for killing 1,000 people. Like, you can't just kill 1,000 people.
Yeah, he could have just walked. He could have just said, okay, I'll just go off and never come
Killing
back.
1,000 people is just out of hand. Evil.
That seems a bit excessive. Yes, it does. Mela, what do you think?
I'm disagreeing with Jacob because what if there was a big group of Aboriginals and they were trying to come and kill him because they didn't want him near their land, and he could come and kill them because like he was scared that they're going to kill him, and then why did he find a bunch of rivers and bodies of water and leave them?
That is a really good argument. Okay, let's hear from Tice. He's just jumping up and down here.
Okay, with what Mela said about that, if they want to kill him, if he wanted to defend himself, he didn't have to kill 1,000 ones. He could have just backed off because Alex also said that he also mentioned yesterday that almost every single explorer had a translator. So with that, that translator translated that they wanted to kill him, so he could have just walked off and said said that he's just going to leave, not take any land or anything. After he never came.
Okay, let's hear from Paige.
I do agree with Mela because if maybe he was like here trying to defend himself and he did find a lot of like rivers and stuff.
Ooh, okay.
But he also didn't get to kill 1,000 people. That's kind of a lot.
Okay, Abby.
Because maybe they were attacking him because maybe he did take some of their land. Maybe he was
No matter what you do.
Okay, Nazron. We're listening respectfully, please. Order on the floor, please. Yes. Shh.
killed 1,000 people, he would have just left. And he would have walked away from everything if he didn't want to get killed.
Okay, Jacob.
There's way too many maybes in his argument because maybe he wasn't defending himself.
Interesting, Jared.
I agree with Jacob because there's no excuse for killing 1,000 people. Like, even if you wasn't.
Ty, what do you have to say?
I don't know if he was the one that killed them. Maybe his crew killed everybody. Maybe his crew got into a fight with everybody else.
Yeah, but he demands his crew.
Oh, I heard a really good rebuttal over here. Ty?
Okay, I disagree with Mela and Ty, because with what Ty said with the crew, Alexander Mackenzie's, which means they listen to what he says, so they wouldn't have killed them unless he commanded them to. And with Mela, what did she say again? It's against the
I said
Mela
that
said that-
maybe all the Aboriginals
Oh, yes.
got into a big group.
But why would they want to kill him? Because there's no excuse for killing 1,000 Aborigines, no matter what. So that's why I agree with Jacob.
Okay, Haley?
I do agree with Tice.
Yes.
Because I bet you all of the Aboriginals wouldn't attack just one person. They could have just told him to back off, this is our land.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Mela and that's what's
1,000 people would attack one person.
Okay, Rachel? So you're saying because places were named after him, that makes it okay? Okay, Leah, let's hear from you.
I have a question for Mela. Why would the Aboriginals want to kill Alexander Mackenzie? From what I've learned, the Aboriginals are like they're peaceful and calm, and they've got like a respect for nature. So why would they want to go killing people?
Oh, very good argument, Mela. Yep.
Because Alexander Mackenzie was coming near their land, probably on his ship, and
they probably didn't want him near his land, and he probably wouldn't go away because they wanted to get some stuff from there, and they could not get him, like they couldn't find a way to get him to leave, so they probably started to try and kill him if he wasn't leaving.
Okay, let's hear from Alex.
How do you know if they had a war between originals and us?
Maybe there wasn't a war. Maybe he just killed them.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Let's hear from Katrina. Shh.
No, they had a war.
Alex, order on the floor, please. Katrina has the floor.
I still don't get it why Aboriginals would kill everyone. Because from what I know, because my friend's an Aboriginal, not from Canadians, the last thing she would do would hurt anybody.
Interesting. Lisa.
I do agree with Ty because maybe he didn't,
Mackenzie. Yeah.
Alexander Mackenzie didn't want to kill the Aboriginal and his crewmates.
Interesting. Gage.
I disagree with Mela because if they were close to his land, they would just stay there because they would come close. Because if Alexander Mackenzie just were passing through the land and they didn't like it, he ended up killing all of the others.
Ooh. Mela.
I disagree with Jaeger because maybe like the Aboriginals wanted him to leave probably, and he wouldn't leave because he wanted to get fish and stuff probably, and they couldn't find a way to make him leave, so they probably started to try and kill him, and he ended up trying to defend himself, and then he started to kill back.
Avril, would
Just one by one, they all killed back.
Avril, would you like to say something? What do you think, Avril? And why do you agree with Tice?
Yes.
You just do? Okay. Shh. Order on the floor. Order on the floor. Let's hear from Nazron. Okay, let's hear from Tice real quick.
Everybody who agrees with Ty and Umela just said, I disagree with, because, okay, the crewmates wouldn't, and I disagree with Lisa most of all, because the crewmates wouldn't go and kill all of them, because like I said, Alexander Mackenzie controls them. They're his crew. He pays them, and he wouldn't pay them if they killed them. And why would he want to kill them? Well, he would. And with what Mela said, I just disagree. It's impossible.
Okay, let's hear from Jack.
I agree with Leah, how the Aboriginals are usually harmless, because you never hear stories about how they always go and attack
Only buffalo.
other kind of groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
You always hear them, like, they always get their tools and weapons from nature. They don't ever buy them from other places because they never had guns until the Europeans gave them to them. They always traded, they never bought anything. And I think Alexander Mackenzie is an invader, because how instead of Alexander Mackenzie coming to, I think he shouldn't have killed the 1,000 Aboriginals because they do nothing wrong. So.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, goodness, there's just so many comments. Prabnor, we haven't heard from you in a bit.
I agree with Leah and Jax because what did the Aboriginals ever do to Alexander Mackenzie? I think he's an invader because killing only 1,000 people makes him an invader.
Okay, Haley.
I do agree with Prabnor because also I forget who we're talking about, whoever he is. He could have moved to different land to get the fish and stuff, and Aboriginals don't kill they get naturally.
Okay, Jacob.
I disagree with Mela, Ty, Lisa, and everybody who thinks Alexander Mackenzie is an explorer, because if his crew members were to kill him, they'd be always taking captain's orders. So Alexander Mackenzie would order them to kill the Aboriginals. So all the blood would be on his hands.
Yes, interesting fact. Okay, Mela?
I disagree with Jack because they could have just, like Alexander Mackenzie and his cruise ship, like they could have, like Alexander Mackenzie probably didn't want to kill them to save them, and his crew member probably went to go off, like I'm changing my assumption, and his crew probably wanted to disagree with him and go and kill the Aboriginals because they were trying to kill him, so they probably shot like a cannon out of the thing and blew up the whole land.
Okay, Ty?
I disagree with Tice because maybe they disobeyed their him and because they're fighting with his crew members that the crew members got mad and started to come and attack the land.
Okay, we are going to have to unfortunately only have one more statement, a closing. Okay, because we do have to. So let's hear from Malcolm.
I agree with Jacob because like the first time because there is no excuse for killing 1,000 people.
Okay. All right. So, excellent debate. Let's just have a quick show of hands to finish off. Who thinks that Alexander Mackenzie is an invader?
Traitors!
All right. And who believes he is still an explorer? Interesting. Okay. Excellent job.